Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सहराजतं संतं सजीवं रघुनाथामितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता शेषकान्वितश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते ताप्ता काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna. So, all of you are doing chanting beautifully, much beyond my expectations. So I'm really happy. So today for my I'm taking class today on Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are two reasons for it. One is Sahiti has asked me who is he. The second one is he is the reason for our chanting. He is the reason who has given this mantra to us. So it's important for us to know who he is. So that way we should know who he is. So today our class will be on Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I have given a brief to you, all of you, who he is. Now we'll just go in detail. Right. Actually, 1 week gap, I have not taken a class. I'm just getting a little confused. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So today we are trying to learn, understand who he is, because he is such a mighty personality, such a great personality. It's very difficult for me to tell you who he is and for you to understand who he is, because I this class actually I have already once in a group where we learn from Balgovind Prabhuji. Once I have talked about it, so I thought I have all the subject with me. I can just do it like that. But when I was preparing for you, I so much of confusion was there, because he's such a mighty personality, and so much is there about him to learn about him. Anyway, I'll just try to tell you briefly. Okay, whatever little to your actual, because now actually I am confused about your level also, because the way you have reacted, I'm really thrilled for the feedback you people have given, Whenever I talk about it to anybody, my friends, my relatives, I just get goosebumps. Hey, my kids, they spoke so beautifully, so beautifully. This whole week, I should say, I was just enjoying. I was just enjoying the way you people have recited. In fact, Sumana Mataji was telling, Mataji, I have seen what 1,000 watts bulb glowing is. She said, I have seen it in your face. When the children were telling their understanding, I have seen the glow, the 1,000 watts bulb glowing in your face. Thank you very much, children, once again. Right. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, he's the one. So, let us learn about him. So, all of us know this sloka in Bhagavad Gita. And Anusha Mataji, today it's your turn to keep unmuting people. Then in the beginning, there won't be much unmuting, only here. Unmuting.
Okay, Mataji.
It will be your turn to keep unmuting. All of them know this sloka 18.65. Yeah, can somebody read?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Only one. Did I not?
I will tell Mataji.
How come so many?
I'm Charan Sai Mataji.
Yeah, tell.
Manmana bhava mat bhakto adhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me.
Yeah, the meaning is somebody else.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my dear friend, very dear friend.
Yeah, this actually Krishna has told Arjuna. But we always keep saying that whatever Krishna has told Arjuna is really not to Krishna, Arjuna. It is because actually Arjuna has got all the knowledge. It is indirectly, in a way, telling us what is required for us. So this is what Krishna has told us, that always be a devotee to me, always be a devotee to me. The total concept what we have learned in the last 6 sessions is, what did Krishna say? Become my devotee. That is what we learned. By becoming a devotee, we can go back to Krishna. This is what we have learned in our last 6 sessions. So, but he has not told us how to become his devotee. He has never said, he said, you do this. But he only said the quality of a good devotee, and he has told about trigunas and various things. But how to do it, how to mean, like he has not shown an example how a devotee should be. Only we have been discussing this, even these classes also, to make you understand these classes, what is the concept I have taken. I always try to give you examples, because examples are the best thing which can make us understand things beautifully. So what Krishna thought is like and also one more thing is, Krishna gives mukti to a lot of people, but he himself on his own, just like that, he doesn't give bhakti. It has to get naturally evolved. We have to develop our understanding and then improve our bhakti. That's why Krishna doesn't give bhakti, because Krishna, we always say that Krishna is Paramatma and we are Atma, and we have to keep serving Krishna. This is what we learned in the last 6 sessions. But why the main thing what we have to understand is, Krishna, if he really understands that somebody is his devotee, Krishna surrenders to him. That means Arjuna is the best example for it. Many times I think we have discussed about it also. Krishna has become the charioteer of Arjuna. That means he was uh, that means he was what was he doing? He was running the chariot. That means it's not like driving car. The way means like if we have a driver in the car, we comfortably sit in the back seat and Krishna sits in the like driver sits in the front seat. Both of us are very comfortable. But driving a chariot is not that. The when and that too, when did they run the chariot? It was in the war field. It was more than a world war. So in that kind of a tenuous situation, how are these two people situated on the chariot? Arjuna will be standing behind and Krishna will be sitting down and running the horses. And the way a charioteer will be guided is, normally when the driver is there, like those, there's like what they do is go right, go left. That's been like in such kind of a tension and things like that. I mean, the person won't have time to tell that this is the direction, go right, go left. Like they won't have the time. What they do is they kick with their leg because they are sitting and the charioteer is sitting at their leg. If they want to go right, they kick on the right side. If they want to sit on the go to left, they kick on the left side. That means Arjuna was kicking Krishna left and right throughout the war. See what kind of a position Krishna has taken because Arjuna is his devotee. The simple rule, Arjuna has listened to Krishna. That is the secret here. Only when we listen to God, God will support us. If you don't listen to God and keep demanding things, there is no need for God to support us. So what we have to understand is, when we become a devotee of Krishna, he acts like our servant. Like that's how he served Yashoda Mata. Like Yashoda Mata, when he used to do as if Yashoda Mata used to beat him, curse him, shout at him, he used to take everything because he knows Yashoda Mata in his previous lives where she was his devotee. And then Pandavas also, he served like that. Prahlada, Dhruva, everybody, because they all worked very hard and they have become real devotees. So Krishna has served them. So Krishna will be in a serving mood to his devotees. So he he doesn't make somebody as a bhakta. Somebody has to become a bhakta. Like you people are all beautifully doing chanting, like doing chanting like that. What is the benefit of chanting today? We'll see. By doing chanting like that, slowly Krishna will accept you as a bhakta, and he and what Krishna has thought is, he has seen a lot of devotees. Like in this picture, you are seeing Krishna along with his gopikas. Krishna, the center picture is Mirabai. I don't know how many of you know about Mirabai. She is a devotee in this Kali Yuga. I mean, hundreds of years back, she was born in Rajaput family, a princess who, from her childhood, said, "I am a devotee of Krishna. I want to marry him." That's all. And who will accept and who will believe all this? So they got her married to another Rajput king, but she had lot of problems in her in-laws house. The only reason why she had problem is she was not accepting anybody except Krishna. And finally she reached the final abode. She also faced lot of problems and Krishna supported her a lot. And in Vrindavan, when Krishna was playing with his friends, the kind of gesture the friends were doing, the friends were doing, Krishna was so much thrilled, like enjoyed. Krishna enjoyed it so much, like Krishna being the Paramatma, the creator, the God, the Almighty God. What did he do? He has taken food from the friend's mouth and he has eaten, and he used to take food from his mouth and give it to his friends. Like he used to behave like any one of us, like the way we behave with our friends. So that is the how Krishna always loved his devotees, because these are all very serious devotees. So what he thought is, I have enjoyed all the feelings in my uh, feelings. So, but I have never tasted. I mean, like he knew that all his devotees are facing lot of problems, but they were never complaining. Krishna, why are you giving me this problem? Then a real devotee will never complain. He will only say, uh, he will not bother about the problem. He will only find a way to pray Krishna. That will be only his attitude. So, and he keeps enjoying praying to Krishna. So Krishna used to wonder, hey, these kind of problems also, how these people are able to enjoy. That means they are able to enjoy the bhakti rasa. So Krishna thought, what is this enjoyment they are facing? Because Krishna was in the giving end, these people are in the taking end. So he never understood what they are, how they are enjoying. So he wanted to get the feeling how the enjoyment of a bhakta will be. I don't know how many of you are enjoying doing chanting, but there is lot of them. The more you do and the more you get involved, you will see lot of happiness in doing chanting. Hmm? So that's how it goes. So what Krishna has done, he wanted to become a bhakta. He wanted to enjoy the mood of a bhakta. So he wanted to get born like a bhakta. Okay. He always loved, and he thinks everybody worships my feet. What is there in my feet? Let me also see what it is. He thought Radharani gives me maximum love. What is that love she is giving? Why I am not able to understand? I mean, he enjoys the love, but he does not get what it is. So he wanted to enjoy that Madhurya Rasam. So that is a, and Krishna, mean like these gopikas also, like gopikas used to serve Krishna, and there are some more people called Sakhis. They used to serve gopikas, and there are some next level is Manjaris. They used to serve Sakhis, and Krishna within his heart he used to love Sakhis more than anybody. Like here, what we have to understand is, like whenever there is some important man comes, or we always try to be before him, just before him, and then get his attraction. That is in the material world. But in the spiritual world, in the spiritual sense, people are, I mean, like a great I mean, he's a god. He knows who is the real servant, who is really serving. He knows that because Manjaris are doing, these Sakhis are doing, because Sakhis are doing, Gopikas are doing, so the credit goes to Manjaris. So he used to understand that. And why he wanted to become a bhakta is very simple. He, like, you are there, your parents are there, and it applies for me also. Like if the parents are watching TV 24 hours and ask the children not to watch TV, will they stop watching? They will not watch. If the parents don't do any chanting and say you do chanting, children, if on your own you are doing, that's a different thing. If the parents insist, then you will say, why don't you also do one round? Like they are always on WhatsApp and they say you don't see WhatsApp, then you won't agree. So the best way to make somebody, if the parents wants the children to study Bhagavad Gita, they have to study Bhagavad Gita. Automatically the children will study. So that way Krishna thought, if I become a bhakta and show how a real bhakta should behave, then then all these devotees, all these humans will become my bhaktas. That is why he has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I think in one class I have already told who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like, who is Radharani? Radharani is the female potency of Krishna. So Radharani is no different from Krishna. And as we all know, Krishna is bluish in color, like a rain cloud. And Radharani is the most beautiful lady. And her skin color is golden yellow, not just golden yellow. Like when we melt gold, there is beautiful shine, it comes to the gold. Her skin complexion is that. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an incarnation of Krishna, Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani, he already, Krishna is such a beautiful person. We have studied the 6 qualities of God, in which beauty is also there. So Krishna is the most beautiful, and Radharani is much more beautiful than Krishna. Like Krishna, because of his beauty, Manmada is a Gandharva who is supposed to be very beautiful. And Krishna is 100 times more beautiful than him. And Radharani's beauty, Krishna, adores. Arey, how beautiful is she? So she is called as Madana Mohana Mohini. That means a lady who is being uh, Mohini, you know what it is? Mohinchadam means falling in love, means getting attracted. So she is not that kind of a beautiful lady. So this Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu has got the skin color of Radharani, the love of Radharani, and the greatness of Krishna. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that beautiful. He is the very beautiful man, and that's how who is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born in Mayapur, which is in West Bengal on the shore of river Ganges. 500 years back, and on the day he was born, there was Chandragrahanam, lunar eclipse. And when there is lunar eclipse or any eclipse, what do? All of us, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to do Harinama Sankirtana. That means lot of chanting, lot of devotional work has to be done. Normally, they say that the time is bad, but when the whole world is doing prayers, automatically the positive energy comes out and it becomes a very beautiful atmosphere, a positive thing develops. So during that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born 500 years ago, and his name was Nimai Pandit. And Nimai Pandit was 24 hours he wanted to hear. I mean, why did he come here? To spread bhakti, to spread Harinama Sankirtana. So, what from he knows he's God. So, even though he behaved like a human being, he knows why he has come. So, he was always wanting Harinama Sankirtana, like a baby also. He was always crying, always crying. When somebody, like when the children cry, what we say, Hari Hari, when will he stop? Something like that, we say he used to stop. So that way, his mother, Suchi Devi, understood, oh, this boy wants the name Hari. So she was always saying Hari, 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 he was listening. The moment she stops, he used to cry. That's how. So she employed a lot of people around, and all of them always used to do bhajan. As long as the bhajan was going on, he was very happy. The moment the Sankirtana stops, he used to cry. So all his childhood, it just went on. Like when he was not able to talk, also he propagated Harinama Sankirtana. That's how it. And when he was a young boy, when he was just walking on the roads, also what he used to do is he was such a beautiful boy, and from a very good family. He used to. There were a lot of people doing in the streets, business doing in the streets. So some people, because of the devotional work, they were not doing Sankirtan in business properly. So he used to go to the rich shops and he used to ask for some food. Like when a cute boy comes and asks, they naturally give. So he used to take that food and give it to the people who are doing Harinama Sankirtana. That means from his childhood itself, he established the fact that if you mean like Krishna is there, Hari is there to take care of you. That's how he did it. That's how he did it. So next one is why Harinama Sankirtana is one more thing we can do. Here by doing Harinama Sankirtana, our manasu and buddhi gets cleaned. See, we have answered Charan Sai, you are not supposed to sleep, you can sit straight. So, like when my son was young like you, he used to do a lot of mischief in the school and then come back home. And I used to guess and tell him. And then he used to ask, Amma, how do you know? I used to tell, I have a computer in the house. I can see what all is happening in the school. He was so small, he used to believe. And he was always thinking, I'm able to see what is happening in the class. So Charan Sai happily is switching on his video and doing mischief. Okay. So, like we have learned that our soul is covered by manasu, buddhi, and ego. So when we do chanting, what happened is our manasu and buddhi get cleaned. How does it clean? I'll tell you a small story. Once there was a grandfather and his grandson. The grandfather every day used to make the grandson read Bhagavad Gita. So, and the grandson never understood what he was reading. So one day he asked his grandfather, Grandpa, what is this you are making me read? I am not able to really understand. What is the benefit of reading this? So the grandfather said, okay. And then he gave him a basket. With the basket which they used to carry coal. So as you know, the basket will be totally black and with the coal powder and all that. So the grandfather said, the river is down the hill, just go and get some water from the river. The grandson said, how can I bring water from the river in this basket? He said, no, no, no problem, go. So the grandson every day used to go down, pick up water in the basket and come up. By the time he came up, there was no water. Like that he did for some days. Then finally he got frustrated. He said, Grandpa, what is this you are making me do? Then the grandfather said, now look at the basket. He said, yeah, the basket is very clean now. So grandfather said, this is what it is. By reading Bhagavad Gita daily, your Manasu Buddhi will also get clean like this. So by doing Harinama Sankirtana daily, our Manasu and Buddhi will get clean very much. That's what we have to understand. So this man, he grew up, and at the age of 16 he got married, and he got married. And later when his father passed away, he went to Puri, and there he met Ishwar Puri Pandit, no, Gaya, and he met Ishwar Puri Pandit, whom he had, who accepted as guru, and he got initiated there. After getting initiated, like his name Nimai Pandit was changed to Sri Krishna Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After taking after becoming a devotee, he came back to Navadvip, and after and he started propagating Harinama Sankirtana throughout the place. Like all the villages used to accompany him, and on the roads they were just doing Harinama Sankirtana and going around and going around. And just to talk about his beauty, what happened is after coming back, once there was a gathering, and at the age of 24 he took sannyasa. Like when the age of 16 he got married, and at the age of 24 he took sannyasa. Then when he took sannyasam, Nityananda Prabhu, his name also comes in our prayers. So he was the brother of his guru Ishwar Puri Pandit. He was worried that your mother won't like it. Normally when if somebody has to take sannyasam, he has to get permission from his family. So his wife must have agreed. His mother, when she says, if you do it, I'll commit suicide. Then he says, Amma, don't do it. Every bill, like if I am born to you, it means every life, you are my mother, you are Yasoda Mata. And like that he mentioned everything and said, you are my mother, so don't think that, don't look at this life only at this janma. He talked about janma mrityu jara vyadi. So that's how he talked and convinced them. And after taking sannyasam, he was such a beautiful man. He went to Vidya Vachaspati's house, and where just to look at, see, hear his Harinama Sankirtana, and hear his lectures, people gathered in lakhs. And the way they have gathered is, like they had to cross Ganga river and go, and they all got into boat in such a heavy, overloaded. The boat got shrunk, and they didn't even realize that they can't swim. Just to see him, they just developed a taste, and they just, without knowing swimming, they just to the other side, and then they were looking at him. So that's how it is. Next is education. Like he was a very intelligent man. He will be intelligent now. Who is he? He is Krishna. Krishna has to be intelligent. Why there is a doubt on it? So he was very intelligent. And he was an expert in grammar, Sanskrit, logic, and justice. All these four things he was an expert. And at the age of 14 itself, he started a school for himself. And he used to challenge and defeat all the pandits who have come to his school. And the strategy, normally what he used to do is, he used to whatever statements they made, he used to prove them wrong, or he used to make a statement and used to ask them to prove it wrong, and they were always confused, and they always, and finally there were a lot of discussion, and he himself used to prove that his statement was wrong. That's how he used to do. Why he was doing like that is, it's not his ego or anything. uh, he was always wants to prove that if you want to understand Dharma, we cannot understand it through Tarkam. We have to follow enlightened people. This is what we learned in our Guru. Like, just to understand something, we have to approach an enlightened people. So indirectly, he proved himself to be enlightened people. It's how it is. He had, a lot of people used to come and join his school. And he used to teach them so fast. When we learn from Krishna, we learn fast, no? When when humans teach, it takes time. And when Krishna himself teaches, it's very fast. And he used to learn. So, in 6 months everybody used to finish, and they were giving him lot of riches and all that. So, and there was a pandit called Keshav Kashmiri Pandit, who came to Navadvip once. Like, he was he was defeating everybody, and he used to come. Like, when he came to Navadvip to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he lost, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated him. This man was totally upset. And that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just 15 years, not even 24. And then he was so upset. And why he was upset? Because he used to meditate on Saraswati Mata. Normally, what we think is Saraswati Mata is the goddess for knowledge. So when we are blessed with Saraswati Mata, there is nothing that we don't know. So that way, he was blessed with Saraswati Mata. So that night he really felt bad, and he was again meditating on Saraswati Mata. Then Saraswati Mata came into his dream and said, and then he asked, what is this Mata? What happened? How can I lose? Then he said, my knowledge, the knowledge I have is given by Sri Krishna. So it is always inferior to Krishna's knowledge. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nobody other than Sri Krishna. So I am always inferior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's what she agreed. Then he was very happy, and he became a devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it is not just for his beauty or for his knowledge, not just human beings. When he was traveling in forest and other things, animals also used to adore him. Like, he used to go and then sit somewhere, all the animals used to come and surround him. And in West Bengal, in forest, there are footsteps on the rock of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, lion, tiger, snake, monkey, deer, all the footsteps were there. Like, all of them used to assemble there. Like, there was nothing like this is a fear, this animal will kill that animal will kill it. When there is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's all peace. And he was so lovely. Even the animals, plants, trees, his beauty was so great that everybody adored him like that. Like, we have to understand one thing. I told you, no, that he is Madana Mohana Mohini. And when we are there, a beautiful lady, a Miss India, some will like her, some will not like her. And also, but when an animal looks at us, we might think that we are very beautiful, beautifully decorated. But when an animal looks at us, what will it look at us? How much flesh is there to eat? That's what the animal will look, not at the beauty. But when it came of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they looked God in him. Because of the godly power in him, no animal has ever hurt him. So all of them used to admire him like that. That was the beauty. So after then, so this is our favorite sloka. Somebody will read this. Let me just unmute somebody.
Mataji, నేను ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను.
నువ్వు వద్దమ్మా.
మాతాజీ, నేను చెప్పనా మాతాజీ? హరర్నామ హరర్నామైవ కేవలం కలో నాస్తేవ గతిరన్యత.
This meaning also all of us know.
నేనే చెప్పాలా మాతాజీ?
ఎవరో ఒకరు చెప్పండి అమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు మీరు అందరూ డిసిప్లైన్ అయిపోయారు కదా, ఇంతకు ముందు చెప్పిన ఒకరు చెప్పేసేయండి ఎవరైనా సరే. అనుష,
మాతాజీ,
anybody. Sai Kiran is anyway sleeping, so somebody else can say.
మాతాజీ, యామ్ని అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను మాతాజీ.
చేయమ్మా, యామ్ని చెప్పమ్మా.
for spiritual progress in this age of Kali. There is no alternative. There is no alternative. There is no alternative to the whole holy name, the holy name of Lord.
Yeah, this is what is propagated by Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is no alternative for the Lord's name. This is what he has propagated. And he had two friends by name Nitya and Haridas Thakur, Nitya Das Thakur and Haridas Thakur. One was Brahma and other one was whoever. So they also joined him in propagation of Harinama, and that's how they have propagated. And this all of us know. Yeah, anybody can read. This is what we every day pray. Panchatattva Maha Mantra. I'll give little explanation on this. Anybody, Mataji?
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
ఒకసారి చదివినాం చదవకూడదు ఇంకొకరు చదవాలి meaning somebody else you have already read no Harshit, why did you read again? Somebody else, can you read the meaning?
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always
Please, video please, without video you cannot read.
Sri Nityananda Prabhu is incarnation. Sri Advaita Prabhu, his internal potency. Sri Gadarada Prabhu and his marginal potency. Srivasa Prabhu, he is the midst of them as the supreme personality of Godhead.
Yeah, now the new children have got joined. I'm telling you, anybody who wants to read, please switch on your video and read. Without switching on the video, please do not read. Anybody? Okay. So this Panchatattva Maha Mantra is what we tell every day in our prayers. What is the meaning? Who are all these people? You see a photograph there. They are all the five people. The person in the center is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is nobody else other than Balarama. That is, who is Balarama? Like Radharani is the female potency of Krishna, Balarama is the knowledge potency of Krishna. Like in every incarnation Krishna takes, Balarama also comes along with him in some other incarnation. Here he has come as Nityananda Prabhu, and he is his guru's godfather. And this Nityananda Prabhu, what he has done in West Bengal after associating with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is he has started Nama Hut. Nama Hut means, hut is what you know. Nama means name, a place, a shop where Nama is sold, means Nama is given. That's how it goes. So that is how they have propagated his name. And Sri Advaita, that is, Advaita is the person, he is the combined incarnation of Shiva and Vishnu. We are always been discussing that all the gods are all the devatas are in good association and understanding with each other. It's only we who fight with each other. And Gadadhara is Srimati Radharani. Srinivas Pandit incarnation is Narada Muni. These are the five people whom we pray, meditate on in our Panchatattva Maha Mantra. Okay? And what is that he has done? He has talked, so like all of us know that there are 4 yugas, that is Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. And we also know that in Satya Yuga, the way to meditate on, the way to pray Krishna is we have to do tapassu, because the lifespan was huge there. Every person used to live for thousands of years. So when they live for thousands of years, for some thousands of years, they used to do tapassu. So when we're doing that, they could do. And later in Treta Yuga, in Rama's time, it was Yajna Yagalu. That's how Asvamedha Yajna was done, Putrakamishti Yajna was done, all those things were done. So, and in Dwapara Yuga, it was worship, idol worship. And in Kali Yuga, we are the most fortunate people. The easiest thing is given to us. No new rules to be followed. They know, Krishna also knows how, what kind of lazy people we are. So what he has done is just do the Harinama Sankirtana. That means he is the one, the mantra which we are all following now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra is given by Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, this mantra is mentioned in our scriptures. When it is mentioned, the there in those days, not to hurt anybody, but just the facts. It was a lot of domination was done by Brahmins. So what they used to do is, if they hold all the information in their hands, they can dominate. So if you so that way they were not revealing any information. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come and he has distributed all the knowledge. So then he propagated this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Actually, then Brahmins protested. They said no. Only those who are incarnated or those who take what do you call that? They put that danjam and do it. No, only they can read. Anybody cannot read. We have to follow a lot of rituals, lot of things like that were said. So what he did is he just the mantra originally had Om on it. So he just said remove it, and so it is no more from the scriptures. It is a different one, and then he propagated. There was lot of protest from certain families, but he just overruled them. And also here in this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is that he has proved? Normally, what we think is, even now, when you people are doing chanting, some people in the house might be saying, "Why are you doing all this? This is all what people should do after they are 60, not now." But that is not what it is. When did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started meditating? He started when he was a baby. So here what we have to understand is, in our last 6 sessions we were thinking, the only thing what we learned is how to avoid janma mrityu jara vyadi and go back to godhead. That's what we learned. But I think I missed the main point telling you. Bhagavad Gita in this mean, by practicing what all we have learned here, we are definitely leading a spiritual life, a life full of dharma. But here, what this spiritual knowledge teaches us is not how to live, not only how to live, but how to die. Don't get upset how to die. Yes, all of us are going to die. But when that is something is inevitable, we should know how to do it in the right way. That means what is said by Krishna is, when we are dying, what is that we remember decides our next life. This is the point I missed telling you, all of you. Remember, what is that we remember when we die is what we get in our next life. So I was so happy when I heard this. Are, why I should do all this japam, matapam, all this? I can as well enjoy my life, and while dying, I'll do Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That is not possible. We won't remember, and we cannot remember. Only when we meditate, see, in the midnight suddenly we get up once. What is that we remember when we get up in the midnight? What is that we are thinking the whole day is what comes to your mind in the midnight. In the morning when we get up, what is that we remember? The main activity what you have to do on the day. That means when something happens, serious happens, what is that comes to our mind is what is there most in our mind is what it comes. Like for this also, again I'll tell you a small story. I don't remember the names exactly. There was one in ISKCON only. There is a Prabhuji and his Shishya. They were living in Brindavan. So one Brindavan, he was a brahmachari. He was a very serious brahmachari. But then he fell sick, and he knew that he is going to die soon. So he went and asked his guru, Prabhuji, anyway, I'm going to die now. Let me go on. I mean, it is more than 20 years since I have seen my family. Let me go and see my family. Then the guru said, no, you cannot go. Then these disciples are so obedient. They said, okay. And then he stayed back. He was feeling bad that, see, it is 20 years I passed. I didn't see my mother. I didn't see my brother and all that. Then one fine day, the guru came and said, now you go and see your parents and come back. And then he gave him a company of one more brahmachari and sent him. So the second brahmachari was a little bit upset. So when they were going, they left Brindavan and then they traveled little distance and suddenly this man died. So the second brahmachari was really upset. Like when he left Vrindavan, the first brahmachari who was sick, he was thinking, "Are Vrindavan, why did I leave Vrindavan?" Now his ego, his manasu, it goes settled that I am going to see my parents. So when he felt he was satisfied that he is going to see his parents, his parents are no more in his mind. Like he was only missing. Now what is that he is missing? He is missing the Vrindavan. So he was remembering Vrindavan when he died. So, so what the second brahmachari did is he took the body back to Vrindavan and went to the guru and said, Guruji, I didn't understand what you have done. You are such a great soul. And why did you do this? You should have allowed him to go to his parents, 1 month back. He said, see, I know this man is going to live for a very short time. And if he goes to his, goes to his family and comes back, he will see all the materialistic problems there and then come back. When he comes back like that, what happens? All those problems will be running in his mind. So when he dies, he will be remembering all the material problems, and next again he has to take a material life. Now he has left Vrindavan when it is not important to die in Vrindavan. It is important to remember Vrindavan and Krishna when you die. So now that he is out of Vrindavan, when he died, he was remembering Vrindavan. What do you call this? Vrindavan. So he is going to Krishna Goloka. This is what is important. What we remember when we die. If we want to remember Krishna when we die, the whole life we have to meditate on him. Then we will go to Goloka. So this is art of dying. Normally we always hear about art of living. What we are learning here is art of dying. We want to go for a non-returnable, we want to buy a non-returnable ticket to Krishna, not a returnable ticket. So that's what we are doing. So now that we are mentally, physically fit, now we have to do it. And the way this Chaitanya Prabhu has gifted this Nama mantra is, normally what we do is when we have to give a mantra to somebody, there are a lot of rituals to be followed, lot of the character of the person has to be seen, and many things like that. But the way this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has propagated this Maha mantra is like when there is a rich man, a king wins over a kingdom, and when he's coming back, he'll be so jovial, so happy. What he does, he will bring a lot of riches from the other place, and whoever comes on to the road, he keeps distributing. That way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has simply distributed all the Nama mantra, the bhakti to all of us. Just understand one thing. If not for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if not for the Maha mantra he has given, today this class is not there, we are not there. We are not there in this situation. We would have been watching a TV and enjoying our time. That way, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has propagated the Maha mantra, and that's what it is. Okay. And the best and Kali Yuga life, everybody, it seems Devatas also, they wish to come back to Kali Yuga, because Kali Yuga lifespan is small and it's very easy to do devotion, because for following doing this Maha mantra there are no rules. I told you, no, only 3 rules are there. Don't do chanting while eating, while watching TV, and while gossiping with your friends. These are the only 3. TV means even WhatsApp. Not like that. Except these 3, you can do Maha mantra anytime. That's how it is. And it is Srimad Bhagavatam also, the book, like the book which has all the knowledge in the world. I have told you, no, in Bhagavatam, in the 3rd chapter, it is clearly written how a baby grows in the stomach. thousands of years it was written. It has got so much of knowledge. Like it has got so much of knowledge. That kind of Bhagavatam was unpopularized by the time he was born, when he has come. But it is he, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who popularized Bhagavatam. He gave the importance why Bhagavatam should be read. That is why all the Krishna devotees, after reading Bhagavad Gita, they try to read Bhagavatam. It is 13 books and huge thing full of my cupboard there, which I am just in the second book. So it's very important to read Bhagavatam also. Huge knowledge. If you read Bhagavatam, I don't remember the name, who it is, maybe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I don't know who it is. Yeah, Guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if all the scriptures in the world are destroyed for something, and if only Bhagavatam is left, there is nothing we have lost. All the knowledge is there. That Bhagavatam is so important. That is what is written by, we have already learned now, written by Vyasa Maharshi, mean recited by Vyasa Maharshi and written by Vinayaka. It's such a thing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also predicted that Srila Prabhupada is going to come and it is he who is going to popularize the Harinama Sankirtana. That's what. Okay. Now coming back to his life. After taking sannyasam, immediately, he was 24, and the next he lived for another 24 years, and he lived in Jagannath Puri. When he lived there for 2 years, he made a South India trip. That was the only time when he made a big visit to all the temples. In the 2 years, he visited Rajahmundry, he visited Tirupati, Srirangam, Kanyakumari, and that means he went to the bottommost part of India. And on his way back, he went to Tiruvada, Tiruvananthapuram, Guruvayur. Again, they are all Krishna temples. Guruvayur, Udupi, and then back he went to Pandaripur and then to Jagannathpur. And all these places, what has he done? He has propagated Harinama Sankirtana. Wherever he went, he explained them the importance of Harinamam, and people started doing Harinamam. And from there, after going to Jagannath Puri, then later he went to Benares. Then he came back to Jagannath Puri. That's how his life was. And when he came to Madras, we'll just talk about his greatnesses also. When he came to Madras, he met a devotee, the governor of Madras. His name was Ramananda Roy. He was the governor. And again, sorry to say, I'm not supposed to use this kind of words, but to understand, we have to use. He was a Sudra. And what he said is in the previous Janma, he was a Gopika, but this man is a great devotee. But so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never cared for the religions. So he went and met Ramananda Roy, and he learned a lot of knowledge from Ramananda Roy. And there was a lot of protest. How can you go to a Sudra house? How can you learn from a Sudra house? And things like that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never cared for all of this thing. Then and on his way back, when he went to Nalanda, he met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He is also a great scholar. And they are called, there are some people, they have all the knowledge. But as we have learned in our previous sessions, we learned that God is, what did we learn? Did we learn that God is a Vyakti or a Sekti? Can you people answer? Is God a Vyakti or a Sekti? Please answer. Today I am not interrupting anybody. Hope all are awake. Is God a Vyakti or a Sekti? Both are. Sahiti, both. Yeah, both in the sense. Is he just a Sekti? Okay, let me put it like that. Is he just a Sekti? That means, does God has a body? Does he possess a body? Like God, like what these people believe is that God is not a Vyakti. Yes, they are both. Like God is a Vyakti with Sekti. Yes, he is a Vyakti with Sekti. Correct. That's how it is. So these people believe that he is only a Sekti. So it is like what they think is that it is a light, but they don't understand that the power, the light which emanates from Krishna is so great that when there is a floodlight put on your face like this, what happens? We just see the floodlight. Does it mean that there is no person behind that floodlight? There is a person behind the floodlight. So that's how it goes. So, these people believe that God is just a light, and then when we die, we go and merge with the light. And we have learned that we never merge with the light. We go to Goloka and enjoy our souls, enjoy with Krishna. This is what we have learned. Okay. So this Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, a great Pandit, who believes that God is a Shakti, just a Shakti, he stays in Benares, and first he was surprised at the beauty of our Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He asked Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to learn with him and then meditate on him. Then he innocently, normally he never used to argue with anybody. He very innocently said, my guru said that I am a dumb character. I don't know anything. I have no knowledge at all. So he said, you don't learn anything. You are a dumb character. You cannot learn anything. You just do Harinama Sankirtana, which is very easy. And he said, Mahaprabhu, I don't understand. When I do this Maha Mantra, my body, I get into a lot of ecstasy. The water flows out of my eyes and things like that. Why is it happening like this? And that's how he started the discussion. Okay. Yes, Amma Sahiti, no problem. I am also, we leave at 5 o'clock because our class is from 3:30 to 5. We'll finish it by then. Okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Because it's from 3:35, no, we have changed our timings. No, don't be in a, listen peacefully. In case you leave also, you can listen to this thing. And I have to post this attendance also, no? Today Mataji has not come. Yeah. Vita for children. Yeah, she has not given the attendance. Yeah. So where are we? Yeah, and so that's how he used to get into discussion, and then finally he slowly used to stop them and then convince them that what they are thinking is wrong and what he is thinking is right, and God is a Vyakti with Shakti. And later this man became a great devotee of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the power of chanting is we get ourselves detached with the chant, with this materialistic desires, and then clears all our anarthas. So we get detached with the bhautika samsaram. That's how it is. Once when he was traveling also, he met a leprosy man who was totally full of worms. That man is such a kind man. When the worms were on his body and falling down, the worm used to come and sit on this. So, I mean, like it used to fall, that man used to pick it up and put it back because he used to think, array, this worm is eating on me. If it just falls down, it will lose its foot. It was such a kind man. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and hugged him. Then immediately he was cleared of all his problem. Then that man is so kind. He said, Prabhu, why did you do this to me? Now again I might become very egoistic. And then I might become bad. He said, no, don't worry. You do the Harinama Sankirtana. If you regularly do Harinama Sankirtana, your mind, your manasu will never get polluted. That's what he told. So it is Bhagavatam is propagated by him. And also he always propagated only one thing, that we just require a compulsory a guru. And he also has 6 sishyas. I don't know to give the names. And these sishyas, say Sishulu and his disciples who also propagated all this very much. And Gopinath Acharya, also a great scholar, convinced many people like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and others like that he is not, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya convinced Gopinath Acharya that he is none other than Krishna. And Vyasa Maharshi says that Kali Yugam is the easiest way to understand God and to get relieved. That's how it is. So, Bhakta Vinod Thakur, after reading and hearing, okay, so this is how it goes. So these are the people I was talking, all these acharyas, and what is the other man's name? Rupa Goswami. Not Rupa Goswami. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There was one more. This Muslim man, he was the minister of one of the Nawab, and very knowledgeable man who knew 6 languages. He the moment he met Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, immediately he became his disciple. And he was always on this Nama Japam. He is called Namacharya. Every week, every day, he used to do some 150 or 200 malas like that. And so the Nawab got angry on him, and then he punished him, saying, just beat him until death. So the people his soldiers were beating him so badly, and then, but he did not die because he was doing Nama Japam. Then finally, the soldiers got tired. Then they asked him, what is that? Why are you doing all this? He said, we have to beat you until death. So he said, oh, you want me to die? Okay, I'll die. And then he just left his body like that. So they took the body and threw it into the Ganges river and came back. So the Nawab was very happy. Then after 3 days, the body came back. So that is when the Nawab also understood that he is a great man. And Bhakta Vinod Thakur also, there is a book called Chaitanya Charitamrutam, which clearly explains the greatness of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And those days it was not at all available. He took 4 years to locate this. And there is one more thing I forgot to tell you. There is one book called Brahma Samhita, which is written by Brahma himself, which explains how the total creation is made, the relationship between Krishna, Vishnu, Brahma, all the devatas and all that. It is Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who located that book in a temple in his tour in South India. And that is the book which gives us very clear understanding of the creation of Krishna. Before that, there was a lot of confusion. That book was written by Brahma and is called Brahma Samhita. And that's how it is. Now, so this is what is about Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hope you have understood that he is a great personality and he is the man who is behind this chanting. If not for him, we would not have been doing chanting. What would have happened? The total, what do you call this, devotional services would have been under the control of certain limited people, and they would have exploited the society. And normally what they would say, do this, do that, do this, do that, big yajna, yaga, tapassu, only then you will get punyam. But now the life is so simple. It has become so simple. So this is how it is. So there is a song which is called Sachi Sutta Astakam. That is, his mother's name is Sachi and his Sutta is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Astakam. That means this Astakam gives praising the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is Gauranga prayer. Can somebody read this? Gauranga. Gaura means gold. Anga means body. Gauranga prayer means a prayer related to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is what we can also add in our prayers, regular prayers. Mataji has not given the attendance.
Mataji, I'm singing.
No, yeah, Chichapama.
Navagauravaram Navapushpam.
Wait, we have not gone there. This is Namo Mahavadantaya. That is next. Navagauravaram next. Screen మీద ఏమొస్తుంది? somebody ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు ఇంతకు ముందు చదవనాలు చదవండి. This is how we offer our
మహతి
prayer.
అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను.
అమ్మా
మహతి అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను.
మహతి చేయమ్మా, చెప్పమ్మా. మహతి చదువమ్మా. అమ్మా, యు ఆర్ మ్యూటెడ్ మహతి. మహతి ఇంకెవరికన్నా ఇంకెవరికన్నా ఇయ్యమ్మా.
సాత్విక్ చేశాను మాతాజీ.
సాత్విక్ చదవమ్మా.
సాన్వి.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Namo Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurat Vishe Namaha.
Yeah, somebody meaning?
Mataji, shall I say?
Who is that?
Sanvi.
Yeah, ఇంతకుముందు చదవకపోతే చదవండి అమ్మా. అమ్మ, అటెండెన్స్ is posted. You can mark, please, all of you. Mark your attendance.
I offer my respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who is more magnanimous than any other avatara incarnation of the Supreme Lord, even Krishna himself, because he is bestowing freely what no one else has ever given. Pure love for Krishna.
Yeah. So this is the prayer also, which where a lot of people add in there this thing. I offer my respectable obeisance to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, who is more magnanimous than other avatars, incarnation of Krishna. Because here there is nothing. He has told us how to live, how to do prayers, how to no test, nothing. Simple. Keep doing prayers is what he said. Even Krishna himself, because he is bestowing freely what no one else has ever given, pure love of Krishna. He has just simply distributed love, no conditions apply. Mean, like when we say do chanting, we don't see what that condition is. Is he a bad man, good man? Is he a meat eater? He's a drunkard? He's a murderer? He's what? Just do chanting, because by doing chanting we get purified. Like when we are dirty, we have to clean. This is how it is. So now we end our session here, and followed by one astakam. So this is a nice astakam. If interested people can learn this. Okay. Now she will read the astakam, Hansika, and somebody can read the meaning. Yeah. Where is it? Chapama. Please sing, Hansika. Harshini. Yeah.
Yes. Navagauravam Navapushpasaram Navabhavadaram Navalasyakaram Navahasyakaram Navahemavaram Pranami Sachisuta Gauravam.
Gauravaram. Gauravaram. This is what it is. Meaning, can somebody read the meaning? Here is the yeah. Here it says Nava Gauravaram means fresh, excellent golden color. Nava Pushpasaram, fresh flower.
Krishna Mataji.
Nava Bhava, yeah, he will read. You have not read, Amma Brunda? You have not read?
No, Mataji.
Okay.
I read, but my
Okay, Amma Brunda, carry
sister
on.
didn't read.
Please, carry on.
His complexion is the hue of fresh cream tinged with kumkum.
Tinched
He
with
is ever fresh.
Cupid which shoots at newly
He is ever fresh. Cupid who shoots arrows of newly blossoming flowers. He bears newer and newer moods of emotional aesthetics. He is fond of performing noble dances. He makes ever new jokes that cause much laughter. His brilliant luster is likely is like a freshly cast gold. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sati.
Sachi. That it is saying he's a gold color, he's fresh, he's like a fresh flower. New bhavam. Every time he prays, he prays in a beautiful bhavam. always joking. All his jokes are always new. And he is Sachi Suta. His mother's name is Sachi. He is the daughter of Sachi Suta. Next stanza. Will you sing or somebody else can sing? Same tune, everything.
Yes, I will sing.
Padu.
प्रेमयुतं नवनीतसुचं नव वेशकृतं नव प्रेमरसं नवधाविलसात् शुभप्रेममयं प्रणामि मामि सचीसुतं गौरवरम् प्रणमामि सचीसुतं गौरवरम्
He is endowed with ever fresh love of Godhead. His radiant luster is like the color of fresh butter. His fresh attire is arranged in ever new fashions. His relishes ever new mellows of love for Krishna. He shines in ninefold new ways while executing the ninefold process of devotion. He is permitted with a most auspicious loving nature. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Yeah, here in this sloka it is explained that he is always in prema. This is the only avatar where there is nothing else but love. He never gets angry. He never gets. He just keeps spreading love. That's all. Just spread love. Spread the God's name. Just spreading the God's name. And he is always like Navanita Sutam. That means very fresh butter. Butter itself is soft. That means it's more softer than butter. He is always like after taking sannyasa, not after taking sannyasam, but before taking sannyasam, he was always wearing, he was basically a rich man. And after that, when he started his school also, because he was completing the education in 6 months, he received a lot of money. He used to decorate himself in different flowers and many types of things and always getting decorated. And whoever looks at him, that means prema rasam, whoever looks at him will develop new variety of love. Nava Vilasata Subha Prema Mayam, ninefold, newer way. We learned about the ninefold bhakti. Now with the bhakti. So this is all the ninefold worship is coming there. And Sakyam Atmanive. Okay. So all the ninefold bhakti will be exhibited by him. We get all this from him. Yeah, the next one. Yeah, Sachadam, Evrakal. Somebody read, sing. Somebody
Yes.
sing.
Yes, sir, this is Harshini.
Yeah, Amma, can give a chance to somebody else to sing? Somebody else can sing. Yeah, anybody who has not sung, sing. Somebody has to sing. Yeah, somebody, anybody, sing.
I'll sing. Hari Bhakti Param Hari Namadaram Karajapya Karam Hari Nama Param Nayane Satatam Pranaya Suru Daram Pranami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram. Gauravaram.
Yeah, somebody can read this. ఏంటి వాళ్ళు ఎవరు లేరా? ఎవరు తక్కువ మంది చదవట్లా? మనకి ఎప్పుడు బోర్డు మంది చదువుతారు. Who is reading?
Ritvika Mataji.
Yeah, చదువు అమ్మా. Ritvika. చదవే. హలో. ఇంకెవరికన్నా అన్మ్యూట్ చేయమ్మా. Ritvika, you are not unmuted. Evaru next? Somebody read.
Sanvi Mataji.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hmm.
Mataji, I can't see the meanings.
Poem అయిపోయిందా? ఓకే, ఇందాక ఇది నెక్స్ట్కి వచ్చేసాం కదా. ఓకే, సారీ, వెనక్కి వెళ్ళాను నేను. ఓకే, చెప్పమ్మా.
He is absorbed in devotion to Sri Hari. He maintains the chanting of the names of Hari. While chanting, he counts the holy names on the fingers of his hands. He is addicted to the name of Hari. He always has tears of love welling in his eyes. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Yeah, Aina, when he is doing devotional service, when he is chanting, his eyes used to water. He maintains chanting, always chanting. Like not only on the mala, even on his fingers, he keeps chanting. Always his words are chanting, chanting. He is addicted to the name of Hari. He always, with that addiction, I mean, like tears will be flowing out of his eyes. This is a very famous song which many houses, many Krishna devotees daily play this song in their house. That is the reason why I have played this. Yeah, Chadvama. And Satvik wanted to do. Okay. Chadu, Akshaya.
Mom, Mataji.
सततं जनता भवतापहरं परमार्थपरायणलोकजतिं नवलेहकरं जगतापहरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्.
Yeah, Satvik Chotamma.
Mataji.
Satvik, lot of not able to hear you. ఇంకెవరికన్నా ఇస్తాం? Yeah, next. Somebody else?
Mataji, nenu.
Evaru?
Mom, Mataji Harshit.
Cheppamma.
He is always removing the suffering of the material existence for mankind. He is the goal of life for persons who are dedicated to the supreme interest. He inspires men to become like honeybees, eager to the honey of Krishna Prema. He removes the burning fever of material world. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Yeah. So he relieves, he has come to relieve from the bhavatapam. That means the materialistic problems. We are all suffering from the materialistic problems. So he has come to relieve us from this. Our laksham should only be Krishna Bhakti. And like a bee that which absorbs honey from in a flower in trash. Like means there's a big trash and there's a small flower. The honeybee directly goes to the flower and just take the honey and comes back. He just doesn't stop on the trash at all. That way, he is pulling out the Krishna Bhakti from all of us. Even if you are little devotional, Krishna will pick us up. See, once we do devotion seriously, just once, we can forget Krishna, but Krishna will not forget. Someday he will pick us up from somewhere. If we all of us have joined this class, that means sometime, somewhere, we really made some serious request to Krishna to take him to him. That way. Okay, next one. Next sloka. Who will do?
Sanvi Mataji.
Yeah, Sanvi. Sanvi will give the meaning, not the sloka. Evarna? Emma, Sanvi చదువుతావా? మీనింగ్ చదువుతావా? శ్లోకం చదువుతావా?
I'll read the meaning, Mataji.
Yeah, శ్లోకం let somebody else read. ఇందా చదివిన పాపం చదవమనండి. హర్షిక్ హర్షిని.
మాతాజీ
చెప్పమ్మా, మీనింగ్ చదువుతావా?
లేదు, ఇది శ్లోకం మాతాజీ.
చదువమ్మా.
మాతాజీ
నిజ భక్తి పరకరం.
భక్తికరం ప్రియకరూతరం నతనర్తన నగర రాజకౌలం కలౌకమినీ మనసాలాస్యకరం ప్రణమామి సచీసుత గౌరవరం.
సాన్వి చదువమ్మా. సాన్వి రీడ్.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
He motivates pure devotion unto himself. He is most attractive to his beloved servitors. By his dramatic dancing, he exhibits the characteristics of the king of paramours. He causes the mind of beautiful young village women to dance. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Yeah, he will develop real bhakti only on Krishna. If you do chanting, it will be only on Krishna. The real devotee of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So if we do real devotion, what will happen is we will also get into the same mood. Even if you are true to someone, death can separate us. We love somebody in this material world, which death will separate us. So only that thing which is ever left for us is Krishna. He is the only one who will never leave us even after death. Even after death, when we take the next life, Krishna will come along with us. He attracts his Bhaktilu with his love. So he does such a beautiful dance. Like Gopikas used to dance, everybody used to dance. Like all the village ladies also used to come out and dance. So the last one, I think. Okay, last but.
excuse me, this is Harshini.
Yeah, Harshini, read Amma.
कर्तलावलं कलकान्तरवं मिद्रू వద్యాసువీన్ సువీన్.
అమ్మ వీడియో ఆన్ చేసుకొని చదవండి అమ్మా, ఎవరు చదివినా ప్లీజ్. యా కొంచెం. ఓకే, ఐ గో టు ద మీనింగ్ ప్రాక్టీస్. యా ఎవరి మీనింగ్ చదువుతారా? హర్షిని, నువ్వు మార్నింగ్ నుంచి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసావు కదా, ఐ షుడ్ హావ్ రెడ్ బెటర్ కదా. రీడ్ ద మీనింగ్. somebody read the meaning. This is a very important and very famous song. That is the reason I have put this here. యాక్చువల్లీ అనుష, నువ్వు నేర్చుకొని పాడాల్సింది బాగుండేది. అనుష, కెన్ యూ సింగ్?
మాతాజీ రాదు మాతాజీ.
సరే, ఓకే, somebody read the meaning అమ్మా. So he plays the kartal as his throat emits sweet melodious sounds and vibrates. Notes of the veena are softly played. అతను గొంతు ఎలా ఉండేది, ఎలా పాట పాడేవాడు అన్నీ చెప్తారు అనమాట. Thus he inspires the devotees to perform dramatic dancing that is infused with aspects of his own devotional services. Because of, see, we have learned, no, by when we do something, the others get learn from us. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. So the next one, yeah, Harshit, will you read? Read.
Yuga dharmayutam punarnandasutam dharana sachitram bhavachitam tanu dhyanachitam nija vasuyutam pranamami sachi sutta gauravaram.
Yeah, somebody read the meaning. Brunda, chadu amma.
Ma'am, this is Harshini. Can I?
Yeah.
He is accompanied by the
Sankirtana
movement, which is the religious practice of the age of Kali. He is the son of Nanda Maharaja come again. He is extraordinarily
Extraordinarily brilliant.
extraordinarily
Extraordinarily.
brilliant ornament of the earth. His
Teaching mood.
preaching mood is suitably adapted to the circle of the birth and death. His consciousness is fixed in meditation on his own from Krishna. He always uncomplained by his
Accompanied by his transcendental abode.
transcendental abode. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sasi.
Sachi. Yeah, somebody read it. Yeah, చదవండమ్మా ఎవరన్నా అక్షయ చదవమ్మా.
అరుణం నయనం చకరణం వసనం వదనే శకలితం సవకానమదరం కరుతే సూరజం సురసం జగతా జీవనం ప్రణమామి సచీసుత గౌరవరం.
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ.
యా సాయి కైవల్య ఇప్పుడు వచ్చావా? చదువు. గోరింటా బాగుంది.
మాతాజీ.
ఎవరు?
బృందా.
బృందా. సాయి కైవల్య చదువుద్దంటమ్మా. ఇంతవరకు చదవలేదు కదా సాయి కైవల్య? చదువు.
అవును మాతాజీ.
ఇప్పుడే వచ్చావు 5 o'clockకి. కానీ
His eyes, the soles of his feet, and his clothing are reddish like the color that heralds the rising sun. As he utters his own names, his voice flatters. He awakens a sweet flavor to life throughout the universe. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi.
Yeah. So this is the sloka and this is where we end. Okay, did you understand about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is the man who is behind the Sankirtana Yajna, what we are doing. He is the man who has given us the what do you call this? He has given us the Maha Mantra to us. So, so we have to bow down to him and then pray, right? So this is what it is. Any doubts you have? So I thought a lot of people will be happy to read today, but somehow nobody has read because there's lot to read. Okay, you have any doubt, Ritvika? Am I raising your hand? Okay, shall we stop here? Okay, right. Hare Krishna. So next week we'll meet on a different topic. Right, and tomorrow for 3:30, please join. Sumana Mataji will be starting Bhagavad Gita classes. Tomorrow will be chapter 1. And hope all of you are learning the 108 slokas because every day we are not putting slokas in the group. Sometime I'll just one fine day I'll say tomorrow is the recitation. All of you have to recite like the way you used to do in SSP. So sometime, like because it will take quite some time. One day I'll just fix the time, or maybe one Saturday without any class, we'll fix up the what do you call this sloka recitation. Do attend compulsorily to Sumna Mataji's class tomorrow for Bhagavad Gita, and then every Saturday we'll have some either stories or learn about some important thing like this. Maybe 1 week. Different. Let me think over and then get back. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I'm closing.